how do we navigate relationships with people who are making decisions that might not be in their highest and best? And first of all, we have to backstep there, and how are we supposed to know what's in their highest and best? So even that language around it isn't really accurate. A better way to say this would be, how do we navigate relationships with people who are making decisions that we feel are not in their highest and best? In this video, I'm going to show you tools that have worked for me and give you suggestions that might help this navigation a little easier. Well, I don't know if anything's really easier. I just know that in order to be whole, complete beings, we really need to take back our own field. So, the first piece of this is to locate the emotion. So, finding out where the emotion is, locating it in your body. It could be disappointment, it could be devastation, it could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be frustration. Whatever it is, let's locate it in our own bodies and just breathe into it, noticing it, not changing it, just noticing it. What do you want that's not happening? How does it make you feel when that desire isn't met? Now, when I notice this, I feel a mass, a density. So I'm going to use some of my origin language, my light language, to untangle it a little bit so that it's able to move through my body. For those of you that are new to light language, this is my practice. And I invite you to listen with your heart and not your head. Allow for your entire body to receive this transmission. This is a transmission for myself, but I suspect that it will help whoever finds this video. So meleho shuni hela mokotasa kanehe shini ahatu kwata. Besu hushini le makoto kunsede kata shikini hono kumpata kasakini yoshiti anta takasakuni hala takasakun shini meta kata kunsata kana kumunchakata kana hala katakasuni shini anta kakunchanta. Meleho shini hedike no sumo shono hamon kone le kedo kunche bako tunda bakasakun shini la takuna sekade shini ata kumasakad hele kesekini shikini kumbata kasakun shikini hatu. Melaha hunchele mokota saketu kunchile mokotu kunsele mokata katashani heta katisini hishini makata sakana hashu numa hoku chitele kata kunsana kata sakumanjita kata kunumata hasakniata Bushele moko koka kakuncha kakuncha kala moko koko achukni leke ka haskunko achukni kumpala kata kasakadeshini ata kukunchu duka la kata sadea. I feel my heart expanding a little bit. Kunchele moko kashane lekete sikishini te hala moko to sani shini te ha. Kujene moko kwa achukindu ko ukuka choko leketo kumboko chuka achukune lekete sikunchi ka atukunda hasakate. Pulling back any parts of myself that I've given away to this experience. Opening my heart wider so that I can integrate this lesson. Hile meheshiniata, sushunahada, bokoshukalahasetiheshiniata. Opening up again to the pleasures of this life. The pleasures, the pains, all experiences, the full sensual experiences of this life, of this experience of separation. Bonshele mohosini shiniha bakato tusini shiniha talakata gonchele moko tushini sakataki umbaja hatu kunda lakata sakunja bahatu keshini hata kumbata. Love is never taken away, minimized. It is pure energy. It is only about how deep we can experience it, how wide our perception is, our ability to sense the love within all things. So now that we have found it and located it and spoken to it and honored it, the experience of this pain, of this challenge, we're able to go on to the next step. It's none of my business. That means that I detach with love. That whatever they choose doesn't affect my inner world. I am the only one who controls that. The only one that chooses joy, pain, depression, sadness. It is just me that is making these decisions, so it's none of my business what they decide to do, what choices they make. All I can do is love. That's it. And the thing is when you detach with love, people think that this is a cold thing to do, that it means that you don't care anymore. The thing is you care even more. That's the thing, you care so much. This is why you're going through all of this in the first place, is because you care. And when you take your well-being out of the equation, then you can care even more, and then you can love even more. And no matter what they choose, you can be a support for them and love them. Step 3. Step 3 is trust. Trust, trust, trust. Step 3 is all about trust. Step 3 is trusting the divine plan, trusting their divine plan, knowing that whatever they're doing is perfect, just as whatever you're doing is perfect. Perfect in the wider sense of that, in the grander, in the macro. It's perfect because that's what's happening. So, trusting and surrendering to someone else's path and to their plan. And who knows which step you're on in this experience. It's just there's so many things to consider in it. But this is the pathway for liberation of your soul and liberation of their soul. And step 4 would be prayer, visualization. And I suggest that there's no morality around your prayer. Like, I hope they make a right decision. I hope they do this. I want them to do this. It's not about that. It's about them choosing their path. Period. That's it. So, 1, locate and experience the emotion in its fullest way. And while you're there, speak to it if you are open to and curious to do that. Step 2, none of my business. Step 3, trust and surrender. Step 4, prayer, love, visualization of them in their highest expression of themselves, whatever that may be.